everybody, welcome back to the Malbeefance channel. This is episode 8 of my series replay for Star Wars Rebellion. And in case you have not been following along since the beginning, we are using Metasharp's 25th anniversary mod for the game, which improves a lot of the graphics and also improves or fixes a number of the potential game crashes that can occur as a result of this 1990s era game being played on modern operating systems. Okay, so we're up to day 164. It's kind of a real-time kind of an RTS, but you can speed up or slow down the time. And as you can see, I've got the game paused right now while I go ahead and I do my little intro here. If you've been following along, then obviously you know how the game has been unfolding. For those of you that might be just discovering this, the Empire, I'm playing as the Empire, and we're playing on the largest possible map. And the victory conditions are I have to capture Luke Skywalker and Senator Mon Mothma, and I also must destroy the Rebel headquarters. I got to do all three of those things in order to have victory. Okay, and so we're still very early on in the game. Day 164 is really not that far into the game. A couple of interesting things have happened. That I normally would not expect to see this early on in the game, but they can happen. The capture of Princess Leia and Han Solo, not at the same time, but they've been taken prisoner, so that's a huge help for the Empire. But the Imperial fleet is small, just 5 ships, and we're basically playing a cat and mouse game within the capital sector around Coruscant, as the massive Rebel fleet tries to get advantage of the situation and capture Coruscant, the Imperial capital. That's the Rebels' victory conditions are to capture Darth Vader, capture the Emperor, and also take the capital. And so obviously the easiest objective there for the Rebels is to take Coruscant, considering that because it's the computer, in order to help do some game balancing there, the Rebels start with quite the sizable fleet. Okay, so enough of all the introduction stuff. Let's get the game going, and we'll speed things up so we can get to the next day.
A manufacturing message has been received. One of our agents is reporting in.
Okay, so the Imperial fleet is currently blockading Brental 4, and we've done
There is a
the
message from
sabotage
one of your
mission
field
against the
personnel.
construction yard there, which has been completed successfully. However, the espionage mission to Nagra has failed, and the one lone intelligence droid that I've been using out there is on his way back to Tund. So Imperial commandos have been deployed to Coruscant, and Novel Garant, Labinsat, Gurindin, and some Nagri commandos have returned following their mission to Nubia. Now, the combined rebel forces are on their way to Brentel to engage my fleet. Because I cannot have my fighters pre-deployed, I am going to get out of there. And not engage the rebel fleet just yet. But we were able to destroy the construction yard, which stops the building of that orbital shipyard on its way to Jakku. Now, I'd like these guys to pick up General Riken, so we'll have another go at it, because it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of defenders here. Okay, you have the Alliance Army Regiment and the Alliance Fleet Regiment. Now, the Fleet Regiment is not all that good for security, but it is better than nothing. They're primarily an offensive unit. It's the Army Regiment that is better on defense and security.
One of our agents is reporting in.
All right, so the espionage mission to Sasubo was successful, and they also picked up information about Balmora. So let's see what we got here. Look at all those transports. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Carillion corvettes. Good Lord. So Uramurko is on his way. He won't get there till 181. There are no ground troops on the planet, and nothing spectacular going on in the industrial sector. So here's the information that we got about Balmora. There's a squadron of X-Wings there, a number of fleet regiments, 2 construction factories, 1 training center with another one on the way. Nothing I can do about it. I need to get the Imperial fleet expanded. I want to start trying to do that here at Esselis, try and get a big fleet yard going and start improving the size of the Imperial fleet. Oh, there's somebody here. Oh, Luke Skywalker is at Sasubo. I wonder if I can pick him up. That's not going to be easy. But we will try.
A manufacturing message has been received.
So, Imperial Army Regiment deployed to the
One of our agents is reporting in.
And Palayan's diplomacy mission to Duro was successful. Yes, keep doing that. So where are we at? Okay, so we still got to have a garrison there, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was.
There is a message from an Imperial fleet indicating it has reached its destination.
Okay, so the fleet's returned to Coruscant.
One of our agents is reporting in.
And Reese's sabotage mission to Pisana has failed, but everybody's on their way back to Gamora. Or Gamma, I mean. So yeah, I've been trying to get them to destroy some of these transports over here. But they just don't have enough guys to get through the security and make it happen. Alright, so he hasn't been able to do so much against Denagras, so let's go ahead and try Cybermerit. Alright, this might not be the brightest idea. How soon are they going to be there? 2 days. Days. So I'm worried about the Commander Nara's rebel fleet. I'm worried about them making a move on Coruscant. So instead of having the fleet attempt to clear Sasubo before we try to capture Skywalker, I'll go ahead and see if I can't get lucky and pick him up. And I don't think it's going to happen, not with that large fleet surrounding the planet.
Research and development is transmitting message.
Alright, so
One of our agents is
research
reporting
machine
in.
Lang has produced valuable information. Want you to continue. Coruscant has not produced information, but we still want the research to go on. So what do we got? Alright, TIE bomber research. Awesome. So now the benefit to the TIE bombers, having the TIE bombers, is that if you're in a space battle and an enemy ship loses its shields, if the TIE bombers are ordered to attack that vessel where their shields are down, they'll start firing torpedoes at it that will go ahead and do considerable hull damage. Another benefit is that if you do a orbital bombardment of a planet, the TIE bombers improve your ability to attack a specific target. If you want to hit defending ground units, but you don't want to hit any of the industry at the planet, then having the TIE bombers along and then having somebody on the fleet designated as the commander is how you go ahead and improve your chances of a successful mission. We'll see if those guys can actually blow up one of those transports. I don't believe so. My experience has been a small team like that going into a large fleet, even a fleet that doesn't have characters assigned to it, usually don't.
There is a message concerning popular support for the Empire.
Alright, so Sally County joins the Empire.
A manufacturing message has been
Here's the reason
received.
why. Jajirad's diplomacy mission has succeeded.
One of our agents is reporting in.
Construction pieces in Diego are available. Alright, so I will have them make another shipyard over Osis to join with the rest of them. Alright, so Sally Kami needs protection. But luckily they got their own 2 construction yards. So they can go ahead and they can build their own shield generators. Now, who has... They do. Okay, so those are my guys that are building my troops to defend the sector. That's generally the way you got to set up sometimes, is each sector is its own independent section, and so it needs its own fleet, it needs its own shipyard, it needs its own training center, and it needs its own construction center. Now, you don't always got to do it that way, but when you consider the travel times between sectors, when you try and send something between sectors, it's a lot more efficient to go ahead and make your sectors self-sufficient. All right, so Commander Nara's forces should be over Brentol now, and they will either make an attempt on Coruscant, they might try to return to Esselis. We'll see what happens.
There is a message from Lord Vader.
TIE fighters deployed to Osis.
I have succeeded. A manufacturing message has been received.
Alright. So Vader has recruited Grammel.
As you wish.
Without any troops out here, it doesn't really do me a lot of good. But I can finally move one there. So that'll get, eventually when they show up, that'll get somebody defending Nubia. So in that case, for the time being, I'll go ahead and assign him as general. Help protect Vader.
One of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, so the enemy reconnaissance mission DeLang has been foiled.
There is a message from one of your field personnel.
We figured that would happen. They're on their way back to First Fleet. And Reese and her support have returned. Diplomacy mission to Duro has succeeded again. Awesome. Keep it up. And Coruscant has not produced any new information. Keep researching anyway. Alright, we'll take another stab at blowing up an Alliance ship. Oh, how many? Oh, there they are. They're on their way. I thought so. So they'll be here in 2 days. Alright, just to be on the safe side. I'll run a counter mission anyway. When does he show up? 75. Okay, so that'll be the day after. And she doesn't get there until 83. Alright. How many fighters do we have on the ground? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 21 squadrons. What are they coming at us with? 24. Alright, that is going to be one heck of a battle. They're not due back until 76. They lost one guy. I'm thinking of transferring the prisoners, but I don't have anybody that I can spare. Alright, so let's do this, just in case I lose any ships. Let's not lose the troops that are on them.
A manufacturing message has been received. One of our agents is reporting in.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
There is a message from one of your field personnel.
Those 2 commando units. Coruscant is making progress. Diplomacy mission to Duro did not have any effect that time. Available. Alright, we have 1. Alright, so let's transfer a guy there. 1's better than 1. Oof. Actually, let's do it this way. Get somebody up there. All right, in case things go really, really bad in Coruscant. General Veers can do his research. He can pick up his research over here at Essalus. Yeah, I know, I should probably get everybody out of there. Too late.
A manufacturing message has been received.
All right, as advertised, 6, 12, 18. All right, here we go. The battle. So
the fleet is ready, Admiral. We await your orders.
The greatest threat to the Imperial
Gold
fleet
Group acknowledges mission assignment.
is the rebel fighter squadrons.
Green Group acknowledges mission assignment.
So we need to focus on them.
Blue Group acknowledges mission assignment. Red Group acknowledges mission assignment. Task Force 2 acknowledges. Assuming formation. Task Force 2 acknowledges mission assignment.
Now, unfortunately, the 2 bulk cruisers that the rebels brought with them, they are, because of the sheer number of fighters that are with the rebel fleet, it makes the 2 bulk cruisers a threat. Because they can gang up on my Star Destroyers one at a time, and knock them out. So, the Star Destroyers are not exactly the greatest, and the Dreadnought also, they're not exactly the greatest at starfighter defense. That's the whole point of carrying so many TIE fighters. So I'm going to take a chance, and I'm going to have them engage the bulk carriers, or the bulk cruisers, and we'll hope
Task
for the
Force
best.
1 acknowledges. Engaging targets.
Alright, so let's get things started. I'll highlight the rebel ships so you can see where they are. Now, what works in my favor is that none of those Corellian corvettes joined this force.
Gold Group reporting. Taking losses. Green Group reporting. Target destroyed. Blue Group reporting. Taking losses. Reporting. Target destroyed. Taking losses. Gold Group reporting. Taking losses. Task Force 1 acknowledges mission assignment. Red Group reporting. Target destroyed. Blue Group reporting.
Blue wing's already gone.
Taking losses. Blue Group reporting. Taking losses. Green Group reporting. Target destroyed. Gold Group reporting. Taking losses. Red Group reporting. Target destroyed. Red Group reporting. Target destroyed. Green Group reporting. Taking losses. Green Group reporting. Target destroyed. Green Group reporting. Taking losses. Red Group reporting. Target destroyed. Green Group reporting. Taking losses. Red Group reporting. Target destroyed. Taking losses.
This is
Ship
really
reporting.
not
Target destroyed.
destroying none of their fighters faster.
Gold Group reporting. Task Force 1 acknowledges. Engaging targets.
Green wing's gone. Oh, hang on a second, they're running.
Reporting. Target destroyed.
There they are. They're running. Hang on. Okay, so the fighters have already jumped.
Gold Group acknowledges. Engaging targets. Red Group acknowledges. Engaging targets. Task Force 2 acknowledges. Engaging targets.
All right, so this is one of the bulk ships before the whole fleet shows. I'd rather keep one of those carriers, but it's too late for that. I'm hoping the two carrier cruisers can use their tracking beams to stop him from getting away. The only other way to stop him from jumping is to knock out his hyperdrive. Now they damaged it. There it is. They just knocked out the
fleet is
hyperdrive.
withdrawing. The Empire is victorious.
They self-destructed. All right. Okay, so we blew up the rescue. Did they damage any of my ships? Yes, the Thunderchild took damage. Now, how did we do on the fighters? So I've only got 6 squadrons left. Out of what was that, 18? How many of theirs did we get? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, not exactly the exchange that I wanted, but I'll take it. Awesome. All right, so Polani and Chile have declared neutrality as a result of popularity shift as a result of the rebel defeat over Coruscant. Now, unfortunately, thanks to losses in TIE fighters, I'm not going to be able to repeat that if they come back again with all of those corvettes. Right, so how badly was Thunderchild damaged? So hyperdrive's okay, hull's okay. So she took moderate shield generator damage. So not bad, not great, but not bad. I should say not terrible. But I don't have any way to repair her at the moment, except to send her out of the sector. Excuse me, send her out of the sector to one of my shipyards. Well, still though, that's fantastic. It helped out our political position in Essalus, and also wound up causing Chile and Polani to go neutral. So that was that worked out. Awesome. Now I just got to figure out how to replace all my fighters. It is going to take quite some time for those guys to get to Coruscant, but just for the heck of it, let's see. It'll take 68 days for them to get there. So either one, whichever one I go to. All right. Let's get them on their way. Send 3 more.
A manufacturing message has been received.
That unit that we sent to Nubia has arrived.
There is a message from an Imperial unit indicating it has arrived at its destination. One of our agents is reporting in.
Okay, so out of those 3 intelligence gathering operations, one of them failed, and another commando has arrived at the capital. The shipyard they were building is on its way. So here, let's do this. So what I'm hoping to do is shift things around a bit so that I've got a large fleet shipyard here at Osis, and then hopefully we'll get some more training facilities on Tund, and then we'll make Sally Kami the construction center. So, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get rid of construction and training facilities at these other locations, Bunta and Iego, so that we can go ahead and we can expand their mines and their refineries. All right, so nothing going on at Esselis. So we'll send those guys to Tepani. And this is dangerous, but I'm going to do it anyway because Skywalker is at Sasubo, and I want to keep an eye on him. Because once the Nagri commandos return, I'm seriously considering sending all 3 of my characters here, First Fleet, to try and get him.
A manufacturing message has been received. One of our agents is reporting in.
Yes! Alright, they captured General Reagan. And he was injured in the attempt. No surprising. He's like me, he's an old guy. Easily breaks. And the orbital shipyards, we got 2 orbital shipyards here now. Awesome. Now back to General Griff. Getting back in his position as general. Oh, I forgot to pull Solo off of there. Alright, so all those guys are back. See, now the problem with coming over here now is the fleet that retreated from Coruscant. When your fleet retreats, they go to the nearest friendly system, which in this case is going to be Sasubo. So the 4 carriers, all those fighters, and the 1 surviving bulk cruiser are all going to be here. So trying to send these guys over here is going to be very, very dangerous. So I'm not sure if I wish to attempt that. I may have to just let it go for the time being until the odds improve themselves. All right, so in the meantime, I'll send one of the Nagris over here to Esselis to pick up the prisoners. And I forgot to transfer Solo. That was my fault. But I'll bring them back to the fleet where I've got better security.
There is a message from an Imperial unit indicating it has arrived at its destination.
And once again,
One of our agents is reporting in.
but everybody's on their way home. Really not making a lot of progress.
There is a message from an Imperial unit indicating it has arrived at its destination.
Okay, so those Imperial Army units that I sent out to help
One of our
garrison
agents is reporting in.
other planets are showing up. The ones that I sent out from Tund. Alright, reconnaissance mission to Taris was successful. not a whole lot you can do there.
There is a message from the Emperor.
I don't think he was successful.
You have not
A
adequately supported
manufacturing
our
message has been
mission,
received.
and it has failed.
One of our agents is reporting in.
Sammy has increased again. Awesome. How we doing? All right, so I don't need a garrison. So we've got that much going for us. Awesome. All right. Anybody else show up here? Just the commando. And another one's on his way. He'll be there in 4 days.
A manufacturing message has been received.
All right, so everybody show up. Let's
One of our agents is reporting in.
All right, ultimately I'm going to get rid of the training facility here on Coruscant so that I can expand the construction facilities.
One of our agents is reporting in.
All right, so Reese is back with her people. The latest counterintelligence op. Coruscant was successful, nothing going on. Whoops. There we go. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll run Brentel 4 again. This is too big of an opportunity to pass up. So unfortunately, I just got to keep running the mission until those ships leave or I start blowing them up.
A manufacturing message has been received.
So here we go again, trying to get that shipyard started.
A manufacturing message has been received.
All right, another army regiment.
There is a message from an Imperial unit indicating it has arrived at its destination.
And that other commando unit has shown up. So we are going to need a lot more death commandos if I want to capture Skywalker, but he might not be there much longer because he's doing diplomacy, and so once he completes putting Sasubo's population all the way over to the Republic, he may go someplace else. He may try and convert any of these neutral systems, or he may go over here to Brentil 4. I have no idea. We'll see what happens. And now I got those prisoners heading back to the fleet. All right. So that is going to do it for this episode. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in for this. Star Wars Rebellion is not getting as much traction as the Strategic Command games. So I'm guessing there's not a lot of folks that are really interested in this, although it could also be that simply it's going to take time for this particular series replay to get any traction. So by all means, go ahead, and if you've been following along with this and you're appreciating it, go ahead and drop a like, drop a comment. Helps grow the channel. Helps increase noticeability. Do that before the next turn advances. And don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, we're only 5 subscribers away from 100, and I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do for 100 subscribers. If you've been watching the Star Wars Rebellion replay and you happen to be somebody who has experience with playing Battlestar Galactica Deadlock, go ahead and drop me a comment on your thoughts about the game, because I've had the game for a little while and I've been meaning to go ahead and play it, um, but I really haven't gotten into it. I've been trying to watch some tutorial videos and stuff like that over the last couple of weeks, and I just want to know, if you're somebody that is familiar with the game, go ahead and drop me a comment about your feelings on the game. Any any learning curves that you had that you might want to share with me. All right. So thanks again, and I will see you on the next one.